Hey guys, welcome back to Rule the World. Sorry there hasn't been an episode for a while, but I've been away on vacation. I had a great time, but I'm even more happy now to be back in the driving seat behind Rule the World. There's so much I want to do on the campus here. We're calling it a campus, but I guess it's more like a kingdom. Well, I don't know what it is yet. We've got like a village, but we haven't really got a castle. But it's a lot of fun, whatever it is. We've got a whole bunch of stuff we've got to do on our to-do list. One of the big things that I'm going to get done today is a mushroom farm. It's the last piece of farming that I need to do to keep my food complete. Once I get mushrooms, I have everything I need to feed all of my villagers and my soldiers, so we can move forward with other things like the tavern and getting the wings from Botania so that we can get a castle let's build on the go. So let's jump in and build a mushroom farm. Rightio guys, it really does feel good to be back in the driving seat. I've missed this place. We've had a few changes to the mod pack. We've updated again, and some things have been fixed, some things are broken again. I might even roll back Ancient Warfare, because at the moment, when I try and give my villagers different work orders, they crash. Or when I right-click on a work order to change what it does, it crashes. Because the problem we have over here at the moment, right, we have a look at Panda, and he's turning the hand-crank torque generator to give our redstone furnaces power, and that's working. But what we want to do is, what I could do with a work order is I could tell Panda to spend 2 minutes cranking the generator to power the furnaces, and then spend another 2 minutes making bread in the auto-crafting station. But I can't do that. Where's Panda gone now? I guess he's gone to get something to eat. But I can't do that because I can't right-click on a work order. So instead, what I've got to do is I've got to tell Hannah to get to work crafting auto bread, and when there's nothing to do in the crafting station over here, she will then go over and use the hand crank torque generator. Actually, thinking about it, I could get Hannah to do that full time then. She could be, or I could get Panda to work on the crafting station, and then when he's done making bread, when there's no bread left to make, he'll turn around and use the hand crank generator. That means I can send Hannah to do something else. Okay, that's something to think about in future then, but I'll leave them doing that for the time being. Trot's working hard, making sure the warehouse is all in order. And if we take a look in here, oh yeah, we've got loads of stuff in here. We've got 14,000 things. Holy crap. And what does that mean? Well, let's see. We've got about 1,500 of it is cobblestone. Holy crap. 2,000 dark oak logs. 700 basalt cobblestone. That must mean that Honeydew is working really hard digging out his hole. Almost 4,000 ink. 2,500 oak wood. So most of this stuff in here is just like wood. We've got a little bit of food left over. I guess this hasn't been put into the other warehouse yet. So we'll just take out some of the beef, the chicken, and the fish. I thought I got all of this stuff out here though, and I'm a bit worried. It means maybe Benji or Martin is delivering some stuff to the wrong place. But they shouldn't be. Let's take some salmon out as well. And a stack of wheat. And there we go. That should be all of the food out of here, but we're going to have to watch Benji and Martin, see what they're doing. Right, Benji, okay, are you putting any food in here, Benji? Are you putting any food in here? You shouldn't be doing that, you know. Is he doing it? No, he's not. There's an open computers manual in there. No, he's not. He's not putting any food in here. I don't think Benji picks up the food, or does he? No, Martin drops off the food, and Benji picks it up. So yeah, I think he's putting it in the right place. Right, in goes the food back into the food warehouse. This is the food warehouse, and this is the normal warehouse. Now, there is a cool thing in Ancient Warfare, which I might try actually. Ancient War. Wait, what? Ancient. I guess it has to be a space. Ancient Space War. Right, there we go. Now, there is a cool thing in Ancient Warfare. Let's see if anything else has been added since we left, actually. No, there's only 2 pages. Oh, I guess that's because the Not Enough Items menu is much bigger for me now. Right, okay, cool. So let's take a look. There is a cool thing here called a Warehouse Stock Viewer. You make it with a sign and a piece of paper, but you have to do it in the Ancient Warfare crafting station. And what I think a stock viewer lets you do is monitor levels of stock in your warehouse. Oh god, it's a blood moon. Okay, I gotta sleep. Right, and so what a warehouse stock viewer does is it lets you monitor the levels of certain things in your warehouse. So like what we could do is we could put like some stock viewers up here on the warehouse and have them show me the levels of fish and wheat and salmon and things, but there's not much point in that because, I mean, we're not really keeping a close eye on the levels of particular things, so it doesn't really matter at all. But it's a cool thing to build, so I'm going to try and build one and see how it works. So let's see, have we got any signs? We've got a sign in here, no paper. I'll get some paper out of the warehouse. Where's the papier? There it is, 21 paper. Sounds perfect to me. So if we put the paper in below it and the sign above it, we've probably done the research to make these, or have we not? Let's take a look. Paper and a sign. There's paper and a sign. Wait. There we go, it's the wrong way around. So we've got a warehouse stock viewer now. So let's see how this works. Now I want to monitor the level of cobblestone in my warehouse. Actually, let's take a look. Yeah, I think cobblestone is the big one because when Simon's digging his hole, he creates a lot of cobblestone. And there he is, digging hard at work. Now, has he dug this hole all the way down? Let's take a look. I think he might have done. Let's see if anything's filling up in the quarry. Yeah, nothing's filling up, but he is digging. So I guess this hole is done. I guess he's reached bedrock and there's nothing left to dig. Now you see all these blocks that he hasn't got? He hasn't gotten these because they're not Ancient Warfare blocks. So Ancient Warfare could use an update that lets the quarry dig everything to make it more compatible with more mod packs, but you know, I'm not gonna bother, you know, worrying about that. Right, so we're going to make a warehouse sign, and we're going to have it show us, what's a good thing that we can have it monitor the levels of? How about the levels of wool? It's always good to get lots of wool because we need them for windmills. No, not wool actually, wool sucks. Let's see. What do we have the most of? We have the most of oak wood, so I think we should monitor oak wood to make sure we don't get too much, because at the moment we're almost overflowing. So let's see, we're going to put down... add new filter. And, oh, right, so you actually, whoa, look at this. Right, so we can have it monitor all the levels of wood. So we'll take whoops. Let's put this back in here. So we'll take a dark oak log, an oak wood log, and what other wooden logs are we getting? Mahogany? Oh, yeah, we've got a level, we've got to monitor the level of mahogany. Holy crap. So we'll put the mahogany wood back in. Now, what other woods are we getting? Are we getting any sakura? No, not yet. This is the only wood that we're actually currently properly farming. So let's make this a mahogany wood filter. Add a filter for oak wood. And add a filter for dark oak wood. And this should... oh, yeah, oh, this is really cool. So now we can come over to the warehouse and just monitor the levels of wood. Oh, that's really cool. We can make another one for like cobblestone and basalt cobblestone and just monitor the levels of all the things that we're going to build with. That's a really good idea because that lets us have targets to aim for when we want to make our castle let's build. Because let's face it, we're going to make our castle out of mostly stone brick because it's so cool. And we want to monitor the levels of stone brick. So I'll go and make another Ancient Warfare warehouse stock sign for the stone and stone brick. We might even need an automatic crafting table to cook cobblestone into stone and then turn stone into stone brick because we're going to need so much of it. But we'll leave that for now because we're going a bit off mission. So I'll put all of this stuff into the warehouse so I can take care of it later, and we'll get a nice array of warehouse stock viewing signs up for you guys between now and next episode. So what I'm going to do now is build a mushroom farm. Super easy to do, I'm pretty sure, but let's double check. If I click on a mushroom farm, let's see, we need some wooden planks, no sweat, a wooden shovel, easier, a wooden gear or 2, and then a chest. So what have we got in the engineering station? Any wooden gears? 2, perfect. Got any wooden planks? Not by the looks of it. We don't have any wooden shovels either, but you know, we can find some of those. No sweat. Oh man, it's so nice just coming down here and being guaranteed that you're going to have enough wood to make whatever you need to make. Such a liberating experience. Right, so we need a wooden shovel, a wooden chest. We're going to need a few more wooden planks then. I'll take a stack of oak logs because why not? I've got so much of it. Oh, looks like Hannah's hungry. Right, so let's see. We'll turn some of these oak woods into planks. There we go. And we'll make the chest. Like that. We'll make some sticks for the shovel. Like that. we'll make the shovel itself, like that. Oh, whoops. Put the shovel in the middle, the chest at the bottom, the gears to the left and right, and fill the rest up with oak wood planks, and we should have a mushroom farm. Oh, yeah. All right, pretty cool. So now we've got the mushroom farm. What we're going to do with it is put it over with the other things that make food, because I want to keep all my food together. I think that's probably the best thing to do, and all of our food is pretty much coming over here. Like we've got carrots and potatoes kind of far away on the farms over there. We've got wheat over here, and we've got the animals here. Fish are out back behind the farmhouse, but what mushroom farms need is a nice dark area. So what I want to do is I want to build a cave for the mushroom farm. And also, it's going to need a way of powering it. Now, we don't actually need that much fish. When I right-click on this, we're getting loads of fish from this fish farm. But it probably doesn't need all of the power that it's getting from this water wheel. So what I might do is divert the water wheel power over here to a mushroom farm. Does that sound good? No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build another windmill, especially for the mushroom farm, but it's going to be a very small windmill, and we're going to build the windmill inside this little kind of dirt hill. I'll build a nice little mushroom cave with some mushrooms on top, maybe some mycelium, if I can find any of it, and just have a nice little mushroom-themed area, little cave inside here to grow mushrooms. All right, let's go into build mode and dig out this mushroom cave. Right, so it was time to build the mushroom cave, and the first thing I had to do was get my shovel out and start digging away a nice hole in this mountain to create the cave. I wanted to dig out a nice flat area for me to put the farm, for me to grow the mushrooms inside. And then I wanted to surround it with a mossy kind of cobblestone, and I'm using mossy umber slabs and umber cobbles from the Erebus. They're a really cool, really dark grey kind of brick that's mixed in with green vines and moss in between the cracks of the bricks. It's a really cool looking texture, and I was really happy to use it. And luckily it comes in the form of steps, blocks, and slabs, unlike mossy cobblestone, where you can't get mossy steps. You can only get the mossy cobblestone bricks. And I wanted the cave to be just here behind the fish farm. So after I'd spent a while dotting around the cobblestone, the mossy cobble, I wanted to come around the edge of it and put down some podzol, which is just a nice kind of dark, muddy kind of texture that feels really at home with the mushroom feel of this cave. I want this mushroom cave to be a dank, kind of mossy, wet, kind of dirty, really naturey, kind of grimy kind of zone. And I want to put on top of it some large mushrooms. So once I put down all of the mossy umber slabs, stairs, and main blocks, I put down some red dotted mushrooms and hit some bone meal on them to create these big, nice mushroom trees that look really at home on top of the mushroom cave. And now, with the mushroom cave pretty much complete, it was time to come around to the back and plumb in the entire area by adding a pathway that connects the mushroom cave and the fish farms, because at the moment we've got this kind of dock section that's great. I mean, it works well, but it's not connected to the village in any way. It's just connected by grass. So I wanted to expand the road, our gravel road, so that it came all the way to the mushroom cave. I think putting the mushroom cave right next to the river as well really kind of suits the idea, because it's a really wet and dingy place, which you might find next to a river. So that's perfect. And I've put some vines around the mossy cobblestone as well. They're going to grow down. At the moment, they're kind of just stuck to the sides of the mushrooms, and they look a bit out of place. But don't worry, after a while, they'll grow down and look really at home. Alright guys, so there is the mossy cave. Oh, this thing just looks so cool. I like the inside of it. It looks just like this uninhabited little dingy little cave. The perfect place to grow mushrooms. Now the mushroom farm that we've got here doesn't only grow mushrooms. What we can do is get it to grow netherwort. Now to get it to grow netherwort, we're going to need to put down some soul sand and put some netherwort inside the farm itself. But to get nether sand, we're going to have to go to the... Oh, well, actually, hang on a sec. Let's take a look because... Sorry, not nether sand, soul sand. Let's see if we can make soul sand any other way. The recipe... Oh, we can use podzol, sand, and soulful wax. Any other recipes? We can use tainted soil and heat sand. No. We can have a vortex infusion. What the hell is that? alchemic chemistry set, mana infusion. Oh, we can just use that to double the amount of soul sand we've got. Can turn a crate into it. Boil. Oh, sludge. Sludge boils into soul sand. I did not know that. We don't have any of those machines though. Rock crushers, distilleries. Okay, yeah. We're going to have to go to the nether to get some soul sand, I think, to make some nether wart. But for the time being, we can put down this mushroom farm and set the catchment area. Oh, yeah, now this looks pretty much almost perfect. So all I need to do now is right-click it, change the bounds, and can I increase the size? No, I can't increase the size. This is as big as it gets. But honestly, how often do you really use mushrooms apart from stew? I think that this size, we won't even need to bother with a bounds upgrade because this is going to be the perfect size for our mushroom cave. What I do hope, actually, is that it's dark enough in here because it might not be, you know. We might have to make it a bit darker in here so that we can get the mushrooms to grow. But if that's the case, what we could do is actually seal off the cave. We could just brick it up completely so it's pitch black in there. And that way we'll definitely be able to grow mushrooms inside. Right, so what we need to do now is build a water wheel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bucket of water, have some water come down from underneath this mushroom here into the river, and use a water wheel to power the mushroom farm. So let's do it. All right, so I was going to, I don't know, I could use a windmill or I could use a water wheel. The problem is I've already got a windmill controller, so that'd be much easier, but I think a water wheel fits it more. Water wheels produce less power, but we won't need much power for the mushroom farm. So let's make a water wheel. Right, so this is everything I should need: a hammer, some junctions, some shafts, and a water wheel generator. Now it's time to plug these things in and get the mushroom farm up and running. Now also another thing we're going to need is actual mushrooms themselves to put down into the mushroom farm. So I'll have to go over to the warehouse and get some of those. Oh, one thing I'm forgetting, I need a bucket. Oh, I've got a bucket of water, so that's a-okay. It's always, I'll tell you what, one thing in Minecraft that you should always do, it's a bit overlooked and maybe it seems a bit unnecessary, but you should always carry around a bucket of water, I reckon. They're really, really useful. Okay, so we're going to bring the shafts over this way. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll dig a nice water wheel into the side of the hill here. I might get rid of this tree actually because it's a bit in the way. In fact, yeah, I'll get my axe out and get rid of that tree. Yeah. Because that way I can get the water to come down and look a little bit better than have it hiding inside a hill. Right, there we go. Oh yeah, that's given us loads more space to mess around with. That's great. And this is great because it means the water can flow naturally down into the river. Right, there we go. So that's a nice stream coming down the side of the hill. Now the water wheel has to go, let's see. Right, there we go. Water wheel is in place. There we go, looking good. Now it's time to hook up the mushroom farm to the actual water wheel. And luckily the way we've planned it means that this should happen without any hitches at all. So we'll put down first the junction on top of the mushroom farm, like that. It should be facing the right way. Is that a junction? Oh no, that's a shaft. There we go, that's a junction. And now we bring it along here. Oh nice, what's happening is the vines are going to grow down and they're going to actually hide most of the torque mechanisms. Right, so let's get the hammer out. Now is this going to work? Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, it's turning. And it's turning this end as well. Oh yeah, so the power is there and it's going the right way. And oh yeah, look at that pickup speed. Looking good. Right, now it's time to get some actual mushrooms into the farm to make sure it works. Now the resources go here, that's the mushrooms. And the top, that's where we're going to harvest all of the mushrooms that we grow. Right, so let's take a look, see if there's any mushrooms in here. I just need a couple of each kind actually, the brown and the red. So do you see any? Oh no, maybe we haven't got any in here. I haven't seen them in here. Oh, there we go. 10 mushrooms. Oh, wow. And 4 brown mushrooms. Sweet. Perfect. Just what we need. Let's go and plonk these down in the mushroom farm and see if it works. Right, so resources. Whoa! Oh my god. Wow, oh, it works. Holy crap, but the power has ground down to a halt because it's used up its reserves. Oh yeah, and there go the brown mushrooms as well. Oh, sweet. So next episode we can come back and just see how many mushrooms we've grown. Alright guys, well I'm Shin and this has been Rule the World. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more because things are really going to start taking shape inside Rule the World. We've been away for a little while, but we're coming back with force and vigor, and we're going to just create loads of these episodes as much as we can. I'm hoping to get up to 3 a week again so that you guys can have your fix of Rule the World. So until next time, guys, take care.